Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. Two dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Come on, start a riot.
Welcome to Blades in the Dark, or it's Blades in the Denizens. Denizens? Denizens. I'm Craig. You might know me as Blake SMURK from the June campaign. And I'll be GMing this one, not Steve or Nick. So that's me.
So it's off.
We should do...
Hey!
Unfortunately, it's Blades in the Dark, so you make the players do all the work, so...
Yeah.
Actually not.
Yeah.
So, we should do some introductions, so... Say your name and 10 interesting facts about yourself. Starting with Nick. Alright, maybe just one.
Okay, I'm Nick.
Or none.
My interesting fact is that I have no sense of smell. Which is irrelevant in a podcast or a show anyway, but yeah. There you go.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Alright, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was panicking. Does it... Interesting by whose criteria? Shit.
You don't have to say anything, it's fine. I'm just winding you up.
I'm Steve, and I am appallingly colourblind. There you go.
Ooh. What sense
You're
are you missing, Eve?
unfunctioning.
Yeah,
None I've noticed.
do you have?
So none that I mean, my eyes aren't great, but my ears are pretty bad. But they do work well enough. So. Hello, Eve. I play Mitch in the Aliens campaign. But
Oh yeah.
playing someone else as well.
Right, so today we're doing a session 0, so you've got to make a criminal crew, all the characters, and then hopefully we'll get time to test them out quickly at the end. If there's lots of time, we can do a big score. If there's not much time, we can do a tutorial mission and he'll win.
Nice.
And I'll go through it as if none of you know how to play Blades in the Dark.
We don't.
So,
Because I don't.
yeah. But, so yeah, you might learn something, who knows. So the setting is, better start there, it's a fantasy world. It's a cult, let's say that again without stuttering all over the word, shall we? It's a fantasy world in the...
I'm not editing.
That's fine, I don't give a shit. It's the cold, foggy city of Duskvol, which is on the map here. And this is where we're set. It's an industrial Victorian city that's rammed full of ghosts and demons and other nasty things. The entire city is surrounded by a crackling lightning barrier whose job it is to keep out all the ghosts from the Deathlands, because this world is post-apocalyptic. 1,000 years ago there was a cataclysm which broke the sun, so it's like always dark, it's always night. There's a few fragments floating around, but in general it's dark. Also, at the same time, the gates of death were broken, so that when people die, their ghost no longer just disappears. Instead, it comes out the body after a couple of days and floats around, preying on the living, going steadily more insane. So that's why the lightning barrier's there, to keep the ghosts out. Inside the city, there's a group called the Spirit Wardens. Their job is to collect up dead bodies as soon as they die and zap them in electroplasm, which is the electricity for the city. And we'll get more into them later, but they're super spooky. Yeah, all the electricity in the place is made from fermented demon blood, which is collected by the Leviathan hunters, who have like humongous metal ships that go out to the sea and like get blood out of these Leviathans. How they do it is something we might have to work out later on, because
sounds fun.
everything's worked out. by the table. I got a rough outline of the setting, and the rest we've got to make up together, basically. So that was a rambling introduction.
It's nice.
Oh,
I get a
it's pretty
feeling I know what it's about, and it sounds like a bit like a paint by numbers approach to role playing.
It's very sandboxy.
Love it. My favourite. Love a sandbox.
In a sentence, you're in a haunted Victorian-era city trapped inside a wall of lightning powered by demon blood.
It's not unlike.
So the idea behind that. Sorry, go on.
It's not like Bradford, really.
Yeah, or Stoke.
Yeah.
It's an industrial city. It's full of canals like Birmingham, so that's another one to check off the list of cities. It's very gothic in its technology, so a lot of the technology is a mix of like engineering and demonic spirituality and stuff, so it's all a bit like that. People have guns, but they're like single shot. Is it flintlock? That sort of thing.
Flintlock era, matchlock sort of stuff,
There's still a lot of swords, but obviously because of the ghost situation, if you do kill people, there's a lot more consequences for that. So that's the kind of world you're in. Is that enough setting, or do you want me to dump more lore on you?
Oh no,
that's good.
Right, that's
nice. Good. Plenty.
Groovy. It's based a lot on things like Peaky Blinders and the Dishonored games, so if you played any of them, you'll feel right at home, or watch them. I got into it because they said it was like the Lies of Locke Lamora, but apparently John Harper, who wrote it, didn't hear about that till after he'd made the game, and everyone was saying that it was the same. That's interesting.
Convergence, but not the same. I've got my hat on, as I usually do, but finally it's actually in keeping.
Yeah, I don't have a hat on, so my head's too big.
Oh.
I can put a hat on if you want.
Yeah, I got headphones instead. So if you go
I'll get
down
a hat
to
for next time.
Yeah, I need like one of those ones that you put dreadlocks in. That might fit.
Oh, big beanie hat, yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had one like you, Steve, but I think I'll just wear a regular head. I don't know head shapes. One of those. Because I have one.
Okay. So if you go down to the handouts, I think we should start with crew creation. The book suggests starting with character creation, but I think it's easier to make the character when you've got the crew.
Okay.
So I hope you're ready to make up lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Of course.
Sure.
And open up there's a crew a character sheet for the crew, so I'll bang that one up there.
Yeah. Let's say that.
Well, the first decision, which I think you've already made, but I'll go through it anyway, is to decide what kind of crew you want.
Yeah.
There's my list of all the crews. I'll just go through them. So you got assassins, which is murder boys. You got your bravos, which is like if you want to extort people or just be mercenaries. Cults, if you want to worship a forgotten god or a demon, or at least pretend you do, if you're a fraud. Hawkers, which is vice dealers. That's if you want to be in Breaking Bad. Shadows, if you want to be sneaky thievesy spiesies. And smugglers, which is transporting contraband around and getting into places it shouldn't be. Now the crew you pick doesn't mean you can't do any of the other things. It's mainly what things you get experience for, so it'll be like what we're focusing on.
Right.
Doesn't matter who you pick, you'll end up getting into a fight with someone at some point, so you don't have to worry about that. But you do all need to agree on which one you want, so what are we thinking?
Hawkers, we were thinking.
We were thinking
Yeah.
hawkers.
Selling dodgy goods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ducking and diving, wheeling, dealing.
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
So if someone types hawkers into where it says crew, it should automatically populate the sheet with all the MacGuffins you start with.
Who would like charge of the sheet?
I think I can already
Cool. Yeah, you do.
write on it at least.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Alright, right, so that's come up. Your you start at tier 0. All crews have a tier, which not only is how big your gang is, it's also how good your equipment is, and how good of a person you are. So at the moment, you're all just tier 0 people. You're just hardly worth.
Plebs.
Yeah, and that's how everyone in the city will view you as well.
Sure.
That's and it goes up to like tier 5, which is basically the Emperor's army or what have you. Tier 3 and 4 is like very established gangs that have like got so big they're practically legit now. So that's what you're possibly aiming for.
Nice.
How do you gain tiers in that?
By doing crime.
Okay.
And gaining reputation, and then spending money to level up.
Yeah,
and then everything in your entire crew will just automatically get better, including you as a person.
Association.
Us as players. I look forward to that.
Yeah, just like a Pokemon evolving. It'll be wonderful. Topical reference, that.
From 1985, is it? I don't even know. I'm so behind. I don't even know when Pokemon started.
I'm pretty sure it's the 90s, so like one more than Only Fools and Horses. 1 decade greater.
Kushti.
Speaking of Only Fools and Horses, have you got an idea of what your products might be?
They're going to be dodgy, but we will sell them as legit. Phony.
It'll be whatever knockoff stuff we can get hold of, I think.
Yeah.
So we're not talking drugs here.
Oh no, we don't really touch that
Not
stuff.
particularly.
No.
Oh.
We're talking goods, like
genuine goat hair, cashmere coats or whatever.
Goat hair, cashmere coats, and 100%, doe skin gloves and all this kind of stuff, but all
fragrance. Was that fragrant? Faded affluence.
Faded affluence.
Faded affluence.
Yes, the long line of failed projects.
Perfumes. Yeah. Anything we can buy on the cheap off the back of a wagon.
And then we can try to polish it up and
polish it up.
Yeah.
Flog it off.
Sell it on. Stick a new label on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So less than legal goods.
It's all about the presentation and the sales.
We have high quality goods. Only the best quality for all loyal customers.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Of course.
It makes sense.
Groovy. There's a couple more questions here. Is who's your supplier and where and how do you sell it? But we could leave then till we've gone through the other crew stuff if that seems like a bit of a stretch at the moment.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Yeah. That's good.
Alright, well let's get into some fun stuff. What's next? Oh, reputation. So this is important because it's an XP trigger. You'll get experience for your crew when you play up to your reputation or develop a new one.
Alright.
And it's also how other gangs will know of you before they meet you. So it's kind of like your image as well. They'll all think of you as hawkers, but like you got the examples there. There's like ambitious, brutal, daring, honourable, etc. So you could be like brutal hawkers or strange hawkers. Or if you got one that's not on the list, that's cool as well.
Where's the list? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Where's
the rep?
crew
Oh,
creation?
Has that popped up?
Number 2.
All right, I see it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. If you can't see it in the image, it's got it written out underneath as well.
I feel like ambitious because we have the most bullshit stuff. And ambitious in trying to sell that.
Yeah, and we're trying to build ourselves up.
Yeah.
Ambitious is a fun one.
Yeah. I think
just a note on strange. In Blades in the Dark, anything that's like described as strange is meaning specifically occult stuff, like ghosts and demons. So,
what exactly would savvy mean?
Savvy means.
Good question.
Savvy means that you're shrewd.
Wise. Shrewd, yeah.
Shrewd, practical.
What else you could?
Wise, yeah. I think, particularly my character, who I've got in my head, thinks he's wise, but he isn't really. So
He is ambitious though.
he is ambitious. Yeah.
Yeah. Or let's just say, I feel like brutal, honourable, and professional are not the words that I would use.
No, fair.
Okay.
Fair point.
I've never had a crew choose subtle.
Yeah, that also doesn't fit. No.
So what are we thinking then? Ambitious or?
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, if you later on, as you like, someone put that in then, and we'll move on to the next one. Later on, if you want a new reputation, you can like work towards that.
Oh, you could switch it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you were always not doing it, then you could, but you can also add one on top of it.
Oh, right.
So you could be ambitious and strange, for example.
Okay.
Or ambitious and extreme if you just destroy everything in a nuclear mushroom cloud. You know?
No, at some point, like once we've finished the game, we can add professional.
Yeah. Okay, what we got next? Oh, I need to give you some money, so I'm gonna whack 2 coin in there.
Moolah.
Okay.
Coin doesn't mean literally a coin. It means like a briefcase of cash. So like enough cash that if you whacked it on a table, it'd impress someone. You know.
Cool.
You'll always have pocket like petty cash on you for like bribes or buying a sandwich or whatever. That doesn't count towards coin. Coin's like a big chunk of change, like the old briefcase of cash from a movie. So then you start off with 2 of those. It says establish your hunting grounds. Oh no, wait, I've skipped one. Lair.
Describe your lair. Lair. I would like to think of our lair.
A district.
District's important, yeah.
So
sorry, go on.
We pick a district and we describe our lair. I would like to describe it as a miserable council house.
What?
Flat.
So is it in a high-rise flat?
Can we?
There is a district for that.
Oh!
What is it?
Char Hollow.
Peckham.
Yeah, there we go.
Peckham in.
Char Hollow, yeah, take it. Peckham area of Char Hollow.
Peckham area of Char Hollow, yeah, sure.
Well-known area of Char Hollow. It's on its uppers.
I'm making a note of that.
Did we write it in the lair part?
Yeah, go on then. I'll just tell you a bit about Char Hollow while you're doing that.
Right.
So, it's... You know, I've got all these bookmarks in this book and I never bloody use them.
That's what they're for.
Like flicking through it, I think. Well, ignoring.
Yeah, mooring and just a bit of decoration, really.
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice, I guess.
It does look
colours.
pretty.
So, Char Hollow is a crowded district home to the bulk of the workforce of the city, all the servants, dockers, sailors, stockyard, eelry workers, cabbies, etc. It's cheap, noisy, cramped and sweltering from cook fires and hissing steam pipes. But there's a familial camaraderie among its residents that you won't find anywhere else. The people of Char Hollow are a true community, brought together by circumstance but bound by ties of mutual support, in stark contrast to the cutthroat ruthlessness that constitutes business as usual in the rest of the city. So...
does sound spot on from what I had in my head.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Peckham High Street, here we come.
So, in the book it kind of suggests that, it's where everyone lives, and then underneath it is like Coleridge, which is where all the factories and mines and stuff like that is, and then there's Crowsfoot above it, which is where all the crime is, and then Stilts Shaw's like the red light district, and then neighbouring on the other side is Charter Hall, which is like where the university and all the council buildings are. So it's a nice central location, but the residents might not put up with a lot of criminal shit because they're all tightly woven. At least not against them.
Yeah.
Don't want to shit in your own backyard there, I'd suggest.
Yeah, we'll just rob other people. Make dealings
We're
with
not
other
robbers.
people.
We're not robbers. Let's get that clear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
legitimate business.
Legit.
Yes.
High rise.
I mean, it might smell like highway robbery, but
Yeah, that's an opinion, surely. What's an interesting detail about your lair, just to add a bit extra on it?
has terrible curtains.
Decor. Yeah, like those orange 70s curtains.
Yeah, nice.
And a like a mini bar in the.
Oh, definitely
back
got to have
corner
a
of the room
mini
that's
bar.
tiny.
Yeah, a mini bar. It's very classy. The mini bar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like 2 TVs, I think. One of them.
Oh,
is
two.
TV.
Can we have TVs?
Yeah.
What's the equivalent?
Is there television in Victorian times?
Yeah, true.
They've just
2
started.
pictures.
Just started.
Pictures.
Logie
Yeah.
Bed.
What?
Just started.
What the butler saw?
Yeah.
Those little 2-penny theatre things that you've got to look through.
Yeah. Yeah. Rotoscope. We've got rotoscope. 2 rotoscopes.
Surely there'd be a projector. That's possible, right?
Yeah. Early
Oh yeah. projector.
cinematography did exist. You know, they were those things, you know, sort of like round drums with slits in them with the flicking pictures, and you rotated them around. We have 2 of those set up.
Yeah, it's just projecting like slightly overlapped. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
it's like something from Clockwork Orange all of a sudden. Nice. Anything else about the lair? Like any other just little details? Or is that enough? That is fine.
Probably often cramped with lots of excessive boxes with stamps on it saying faulty goods and made in Borneo, and
Yeah.
from floor to ceiling sometimes, and that changes fairly regularly. But we kind of live amongst our stock because it's
Yeah.
some of it's hard to shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the boxes
love it,
haven't been
that's
touched
great.
in years.
It's also nice because this is like your tier 0. So when your tier goes up, you can maybe just slowly appropriate more of the
More floors.
high rise or
Yeah.
move out completely. So yeah, it's nice.
Listen, one day
So that's
we will
layered on.
have the penthouse, and we will look out,
Yeah.
and our name will be at the top in very large neon letters, or the equivalent of, spelling it out, Trotters Independent Traders.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
the
it's the
initials,
initials.
just the initials. And we'll be stood underneath it.
Possible long-term project there.
Yeah.
Stay,
Yeah.
take over the penthouse.
That's my dream, modders. That's my dream.
Right, now I've done lair and not skipped it. Hunting grounds, so don't worry about this too much because it never usually comes into play, but it's where you're most comfortable doing your crime at the moment. So it could be like where you get your goods or where you sell them, and also what you do there as well, and there's like a list on your sheets, maybe? Yeah, it's hard to explain where it is. So go to where it says hawkers in big letters. Go down to the grey box. Go down further into the white bit, and then go underneath that. It says sales territory, and there's like 4 options there.
Oh, I see. Sales territory. I mean, that's perfect, isn't it? Sales territory. No, you know, we don't.
Yeah, but underneath that is 4 things that you can specialise in this hunting ground, which I can draw on the map. So, for example, you could have some sales territory in the Nightmarket, or you could have a supplier in where the factories are.
Maybe,
Or you
yeah,
can have
that
a show of force if you go around breaking other people's wheelbarrows or whatever it is you do. And then socialise as like attending parties, I guess, and trying to make connections.
So if we're mainly,
So again, it's
mainly about selling, then we don't. Where's a good place to do that?
I mean, we could
I think
also
the
go
night
for
market
supply,
sounds
but-
good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sells
well, Yes, I mean there's lots of good options. What sort of place do you like envision for it? And then I could maybe find a better one.
Yeah, is the night market even, because we're not illegal goods per se, we're just selling.
Yeah. We just need to find buyers, don't we, wherever they are. Yeah. I think it's more about who we speak to that might want 500, odd left shoes or whatever,
Right. So let's rule some out, right? White Crown is where like the guy who runs the city lives, and there's about 6 people there. Most people never go there in their whole lives, so we'll rule that one out.
Right. Stay out there, yeah.
Okay.
No. You'll very rarely go there. Brightstone is the second poshest area, and they clear out all these roadside sellers. So if you're like a hawker, they will move you on. And it's like filled with blue coats and perfumed canals and all that sort of thing. It's where all the nobles live.
There.
So Dunslow at the bottom is a literal slum, so no one's got any money. So you don't want to go there. Barrowcleft is all farmers. So now we're moving into the juicy stuff. You got Nightmarket is where the new rich are, the nouveau riche.
The nouveau riche, that's where I see myself in 10 years, Wooders.
Yeah.
The nouveau riche,
that's
us.
Yeah.
Brightstone's like old money. So that's where like the Leviathan hunters would be, which is where the nobles traditionally come from getting Leviathan blood and selling that on is how they all got their status. But since the new railways turned up next to Nightmarket, there's like a new class of elites have sprung up. So there is a lot of money there, and it is a weird sort of place. Maybe I should tell you a bit. It's dominated by commerce, by the railway, so they get a lot of weird shit coming off the trains to sell.
Nice.
People are selling all sorts of things, weird stuff, as well as like normal stuff. There's quite a lot of like security there, but there's also quite a lot of criminals and quite a lot of money, so it's a bit hectic.
And we're not criminals,
Well, some of the prices we charge are criminal, but
when you look at districts, it does have like a little rating for how much criminal influence and how much occult influence there is, and it's like a 2 out of 4 in Nightmarket for crime and a 3 out of 4 for security, so that's definitely an option. Silkshore is the same, but more of a red light district, so even weirder. And less about goods and more about vices, I'd say.
Right, that's cool.
6 Towers is spooky and full of ghosts and rotting mansions. I'm not sure you'd want to sell anything there. Crow's Foot is an option. That place has no security and is just all criminals. And there's always a gang war going on there. But it's also full of shops and money, and it's in the middle of the city, so there's a lot of foot traffic as well. But it's a bit spicy, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then you got the docks, which is like full of sailors and brothels and drug dens, and also has a lot of foot traffic, and so they're all good. It depends what flavour you want, really. Apart from the ones I said weren't good.
I'm kind of thinking the first one that we were talking about, Nightmarket. But I could be persuaded into Crow's Foot.
Are we saying again? Remind me, is this for buying stuff or selling stuff?
Selling. Well, at least I think that's what Steve was.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about where we go and wheel and deal and sell stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that. But I also think if there's goods coming in there that we can buy and then sell them off in like the docks or something, docks might be good because there's so many people changing about and, people getting off boats and needing stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my biggest problem with the Crow's Foot is kind of that if we really piss someone off there, then we might have pissed off a whole gang, and the docks are a bit safer in that regard, that whoever bought something from us hopefully will just leave again.
You will piss off a gang, no matter where you go. That's just going to happen.
Craig, is it part of the game like where you buy your goods to sell on as well? Or is it you just sort of acquire goods and you sell them on?
Well, it's kind of up to the players to pick the mission. So if you're interested in that, then we can do it as like scores and what have you. The hunting grounds, it's not like a cage. It doesn't like fix you somewhere. It's just a place where you've got a bit more influence, so you can get like bonuses to finding information about scores there. And I've never had anyone ever use it, but it's just it also helps. Like it gives you more information about your crew, like where you operate.
What do you think, Steve? You're kind of like.
Oh, I'm not in charge again, am I?
Boss. Yeah, you're the boss. You know what I mean?
You kind of are.
Okay, I heard all the arguments. I reckon you could probably spin it any number of different ways and make a reasonable argument. So I'm just going to plot for the night market.
All right, cool.
Yeah, great. What's your favourite colour? Oh no, I didn't think that'd be a difficult question.
Me personally, my characters.
It's too late. I picked green.
No.
Which bit of the night market do you want, roughly?
Oh,
Do you want a bit by the river, or like in the park, or?
Could we be near the railway? Maybe around here.
It's just abstract, really. But yeah, how about let's try and draw a. Yeah, about there-ish.
Down there, yeah, down there, yeah. We're in sight, yeah.
It's rough. It's supposed to be 1 or 2 blocks, but that's hard to like visualize.
Yeah.
And then I'll get rid of all the other sales territory stuff. So that's where your gang normally goes to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the character creation is give you the bare minimum to be able to roleplay your characters and the crew. So that gives us a bit more information about it. Oh no, now I've got to do something. So it says there was a faction that used to claim this area. And I've got to work out who it is. And you can either... Yeah. And that's a problem because all the gangs are in Crowsfoot, so it's really hard to pick one that isn't literally the government.
Oh.
I could have some options though. Normally someone that you don't get on with. What sort of gangs are you interested in? You want like a criminally one? What spooky sort of ones, or ones that are more establishment but a bit more powerful?
What do you mean by interested?
Well, I've got to pick someone for you to piss off right now, so I don't want to pick
somebody
someone
that's like somebody that like is like a rival to us who does the same sort of thing. You know. Maybe
that's a good idea. Yeah. I'll make one up because there isn't another band of hawkers that sells like black market microwaves.
They're second-hand goat cart salesman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goats. I should be writing this in the thing, so I'm gonna have to make a faction for them, aren't I? Have you got a good faction name? Just
they're
led
by a guy called Boise.
They're called the Jaffers.
The Jaffers.
Jaffers. Boise's Jaffers.
Boise's Jaffers, yeah.
Is that racialist? I don't know. Just that.
No.
Yeah, double check.
Double check.
It's because he couldn't have kids, isn't it? Seedless.
Okay.
What's Boise like in like one word for personality and a couple for description?
Pencil moustache for description, definitely.
Moustache. Is he stocky? Is that right?
No, he's kind of like lanky.
Yeah, lanky, there we go.
Oh yeah, lanky, yeah.
And then personality. You know, slimy, perfect. Yeah. And like a preferred method for dealing with problems. There's my list. Here we go. So we've got like violence, theft, threats, hard work, sabotage.
Threats, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's probably supposed to be secret, but it's too late now.
Oh,
At least
well.
I'll play him right.
We'll have forgotten by the time it comes around.
Yeah, true that. Yeah. Who? Who's Boise?
Is he? What?
Do you want to?
I never knew. I don't.
Yeah.
Haven't reached that. Yeah.
Could stick a second in command in if you've got one, or I could leave it till we actually come across them.
For us or for them?
For
the
them.
Jeffers?
Yeah.
Marlene.
Marlene.
Second.
Marlene.
Marlene.
Just quick description.
Marlene.
I've got.
What's she like?
Yeah. I do have tables for this sort of thing if you need randomising.
No. Overly.
Leopard print leggings for description.
Yeah, overly coiffed.
What's
I
that?
was going to say.
Big hair. So I'm not spelling quaff.
Yeah.
Big hair, and what's that about leggings?
Leopard print leggings.
Leopard print.
Yeah. I mean, I put skin there, that wouldn't be right.
Skin leggings.
Personality. What have we got?
Loud.
Oh yeah, that's good. Got things like defiant and vicious. Loud's good as well.
Yes.
Volatile. And then preferred methods
Complaining.
again.
Yeah.
I got negotiation. Manipulation.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. Manipulation.
That's
Yeah,
close to
definitely.
the mark, yeah. Emotional
Right, there we go.
manipulation, tug on heartstrings sort of thing. Bit of pleading.
And a second-hand goat cart salesman, primarily.
Goat cart.
Goat cart.
Goat cart.
Goat cart.
Yeah.
Did you say go kart?
Goat
No,
cart.
goat's cart.
Goat's
Goat.
cart.
I'm not enunciating properly.
Oh,
Yeah,
very fun.
great. So that's there. I just need to work out what tier they are. Normally it's tier 2, so I'll just put that down.
That
That'll
sounds
make
about right. He definitely is a bit above our station, you know.
Mm.
He's got a bigger
tier
house.
2 is quite a lot up.
Got a bigger
Yeah.
house.
A bigger
than us.
house.
Bigger house.
Big house, yeah.
And he's full of
Yeah.
it, you know. He's got a bob or two.
Right, you've got an option here that you're going to have to come to a consensus on.
Uh-oh.
So you've screwed them out of their territory there.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to decide how to deal with the faction. You can either pay them a coin and they won't not like you. You can pay them nothing and you get a -1 status with them, which means they'll be unhelpful. Or you can pay them 2 coin and become friends with them, and then they'll be like helpful.
I think, I don't know, I think I'd say pay them nothing because they're always bloody unhelpful anyway.
That's true.
It might be true, but it might. Very nice.
If you think that sounds too risky, then pay 1 coin to have it level.
Nah, but that's boring.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
just
you're right.
whatever's
No.
fun.
Coin then.
We are not paying them a single coin.
Alrighty.
Go on.
Jaffers. Oh, that's written in black text. That's not going to help anyone. Bold. -1. There we go.
I'm trying
Right,
to find
so-
out who Marlene is.
We've got an enemy already. Brilliant.
Yeah, and we didn't even start playing it.
No.
I don't know. This is kind of plain. So choose a special ability next, which is on the crew sheet. Try and pop it up for everyone again. On the
think,
left, in the grey box.
Yeah, maybe the merchandise is exquisite. Maybe that, because we're like, oh, maybe it isn't though, because we're buying like garbage and selling it on and trying to make it look exquisite.
Yeah, but it is
You know-
exquisite. We have a good eye.
It could be. I mean,
But yeah, maybe that then.
We'd like to get it.
Product
We'd-
quality is equal to.
We'd like exquisite.
Go on.
We'd like exquisite.
there's one from the Shadows playbook that's like nearly perfect. It's called Pack Rat, which is your lair is a jumble of items. So you've got a good chance of just finding what you need just in your lair. So I could put
Brilliant.
that one in. If you want to go for a veteran
That sounds-
straight off the bat.
Oh, no, we don't want to.
But-
Well, maybe next time pick that. I think we should pick a veteran straight away, should we?
Well, I don't mind, but
What about friends are as good as territory? You may count up to 3 plus 3 faction statuses you hold as if they're turf.
What does that mean?
where's that one?
It's accords.
Second one, accord.
Oh, right, yeah. So if you get a faction up to +3, what is the word? If they like you up to a +3
All right.
and
Okay.
become allies with you, you can count them as turf,
All right,
which
okay.
means you get like a turf on your rep tracker, which makes you level up faster.
Ah, so their place, my casa is Sue casa, your place is my place. You can crash over.
Yeah, but it
any
means
of
you gotta.
us.
But wait,
It means
gotta
you
get
gotta
friendly with
actually
them
make friends
first,
with
yeah.
someone.
yeah, but like accord just means that the maximum of other crews factions we can have at +3 is more.
So
or
the
like-
way
Yeah.
relations, that's the word I was looking for. The way faction relations work is -3 is you're at war, -2 is they hate you and they're going to interfere even if it doesn't help them. -1 means they'll interfere if it doesn't put them out too much. Then there's 0, which means they don't give a shit. And +1 where they'll help you as long as it doesn't put them out. And +2 is they help you even if will put them out. And +3 is straight up allies where you're expected to deal with each other.
yeah, I'm just asking like about how to read the accord special ability because you may count
Oh,
up
right.
to 3 plus 3 faction statuses. What is it like?
Oh, I see what you
Does it-
mean. Sorry.
No,
Tough,
it's fine.
yeah.
It's nice that you explained again.
Yeah, I do quite like the idea of it, but I'd also like to, now I've thought about it a bit more, maybe say that we've all got the gift of the gab because we're sellers.
Silver
and
tongues,
Silver
yeah.
tongues works better.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then
I think that.
maybe
I
we
think-
could then move into accord and stuff like
To the
high
accord later on,
society.
yeah.
Yeah, High
Yeah,
Society is also the one I looked at.
Yeah.
We take silver tongues then.
Sure,
time.
tick it off, and then we'll remember that
Nice.
for when you do your crew, your character
Cool.
sheets. Just out of interest, I'll show you the list of all the factions. So this is all of them. So what it means is if you get 3 of them
I can't
to be
see.
your allies, can you not?
No, you just
No, I
need
can just see Byron info.
yeah. Shit.
Bollocks.
The share button.
You see, I now press another button and it's disappeared for me completely. I don't know where it's gone.
That's how
I've done that thing where I've
works.
minimised it. There it is. There it is. I've got it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Put that in. Oh, it should be in all players' journals. That's weird.
That's it. That's
Anyway.
better.
Great. So that's all
Yeah,
the
cool.
factions. So you see, I can move the faction of like the bill hooks up to 3 and down to -3. So
Yeah, yeah.
if
Wait,
you
it's
help
not
them
loading
out,
for me.
sorry.
It's not loading for me. Can you wait? Let me rejoin. Can you share it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
So that's everyone in the city at the moment. I've got to add one on though, haven't I? I've got to add the Jaffas.
Jaffas.
Jaffa cakes. That's what we call them.
It's here. 2. Let's say they're weak and they match up with everyone else. Yeah, I don't want them going up to tier 3. Oh. Move them up to the other tier 2s so it's all in order. There we go. And they're a -1 already. So there we go.
Fair enough.
Wait,
So, yeah,
where,
if you
where
could-
where should I be seeing anything? I'm sorry.
I don't know, I can't see your monitor. Can you see the factions of Duskvol with like the list of all the people? Press the button again.
The faction status sheet.
It's
You might
the-
be able to open it
Ah,
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Jefferson -1. I see.
Yeah, so when you do something to help them, it can go up to a maximum of 3. And if you get 3 of them up to +3, you can have... Well, it's not. You can have a maximum of 3 of them to count as turf if you took that ability.
Okay, and usually the maximum would just be 1.
No. The maximum's always 3.
No, I mean, what's the benefit of that special ability?
Okay, so there's turf, which you can take over, and that like helps you level up faster. Normally, if you get a faction up to +3 reputation with you, it doesn't give you anything apart from them being friends with you.
Okay.
If you took a chord, they'd be friends with you, and you could count them as turf
Okay.
because they're
Cool.
essentially customers,
Nice.
possibly. And you could do that with 3 of the factions up
Okay.
to.
But we don't need that yet. We can get that once we actually have friends.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you decide if you like making friends, because that might not be your bag.
Mm-hmm.
Great. See, I've shut down all my sheets now. Crew creation. Next step. Assign crew upgrades. So you start off with the secure upgrade. If you go back to the crew sheet.
Yeah.
On the layer you've got secure, which means that your layer is all locked up. Possibly with traps. Ooh.
No, I think it's just Uncle Arthur, and he just hangs around. He's always watching the cinema
Uncle Albert.
Uncle Albert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have someone sitting there at all times. Also, you probably can't. You just get lost because there's like so much stuff laying around.
So much junk in the hallway.
Yeah. A pile of boxes fall on you.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be a trap,
Like a
but it is a
hoarder's
death
house.
trap.
You ever played Bloodborne?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Right, there's this enemy in it that's just an old man in a wheelchair with a shotgun, and then kind of comes to life when you walk past and he shoots you. So I'm kind of visualizing that in my head.
Yeah.
During the war.
And and the other one you've got is resolve training, which means that if you do training, which I'll be trying to put you off from doing, you can get like double the
More
thing.
in resolve. Yeah.
Why don't you want us
Yeah.
to train?
Hmm?
Why don't you want us to train?
Because it's an easy option, and your characters are going to level up incredibly fast. I mean, I'm going to do XP at the end of every session, and it's not essentially necessary, and it kind of takes you away from doing stuff that can be more fun, like long-term projects, which are like the most fun thing you can do, but they're very difficult to get your head around. So people tend to not do them because training has no drawbacks. So from a purely mechanical point of view, it's the best one to pick. So it's your duty as a game's Blades in the Dark GM to try and put people off choosing it as much as possible. If you do want to choose it, I don't mind, because it's good for like if you just got like a couple of pips left till you upgrade. This will make more sense when we actually do it.
Which one is it? Is it
Well, it says resolve. That's the training one.
we already have that. But
Yeah, so you start with that.
Okay.
We've got.
But you get 2 more to pick.
Okay.
So you can tick any of these boxes to get that as an upgrade, including the ones in the grey box above it. Or you can use both your upgrades to get a cohort, which is like staff basically. You could have thugs, you could have people who are good at selling, you could have drivers, spies, you know. So that's your next big decision.
So what's the difference, Craig, between picking like a cohort with two things, or picking like elite rooks or elite thugs? Aren't they like little groups of plebs that work for us as well?
So you need the rooks first, and then you get that one and you make them elite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Which would like improve their quality.
Okay, cool.
And if you want to swap your resolve training out for something else, I don't mind as well.
I hear what
I
you're
don't
doing.
know,
I like the resolve training.
I like resolve.
myself, Yeah.
What does everything else do? Just as like in short. Sorry, did you?
What does
Yeah.
everything do?
I
Right.
think I was.
Like carriage in a boat is just stuff for us to carry stuff around on and that.
If you click
Vehicle.
on the arrow, it'll expand it a bit.
Next to it.
Please, can
So
we
if
have
you
a
want-
carriage?
Yeah.
If you
Carriage,
want
2 goats to pull it, and a stable.
And it's yellow.
yeah.
I think. There's yellow. Should we have a carriage for 1?
It's going to be useful
There you go.
for 1.
Yeah.
But it will be
What
yellow,
about the other one?
3-wheeled with tit written on it.
3-wheeled goat
Yeah.
carts.
Trotters Independent Traders.
Vault?
No
have a
infringement of intellectual property implied.
Indeed.
I'm happy now. I'm
Right.
happy. Go to town with anything else you want.
Yeah, I'll have to pick on someone else to give Steve a break for the next one.
Mm.
So,
One more, right?
yeah, from the top, Composed gives every character an extra stress box, but you need 3 upgrades for that one, so leave that
Okay.
one for now, I'd say. Hawker's Rigging means that you can carry an extra item for free,
That's cool.
Yeah.
and it's hidden, so that's quite cool.
Mhm.
Iron Hook Contacts is for if you want to do prison stuff. That doesn't normally come up, but if you're interested in it, we could go there. Elite Rooks and Elite Thugs would upgrade your cohorts if you had one, which you don't at the moment. So I've already done Carriage. If you get a second upgrade, I believe it gets Armoured.
Mm.
Oh, can you imagine that?
They can't recruit. Yeah, armour and bigger goats. Bigger,
goats.
faster goats. Boats is like getting a carriage, but it floats better. And there's no goats involved. And the second upgrade is again armour and better. Hidden means no one knows where your base is. Quarters means you can sleep in your base.
Which is kind of what we were going for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Vaults means you can store more cash. That becomes essential later, but you don't need it immediately. Workshop gives you somewhere to make things. And then there's the training ones, which I'll skip over because I don't want you to take them. No, not really. So if you pick them, it makes your training more effective. Mastery, if you fill all that up, you can get 4 pips in your actions. So again, that could be useful later. And then the quality one means that if you tick, for example, documents, when you get documents, they'll be like a tier higher.
Oh, yeah.
Pucker.
Nice.
Or if you had weapons, or your weapons would be a tier higher. So as tier 0 people on the inside, you'd all have tier 1 swords and pistols, for example.
Not knockoffs at all. Kushti.
Yeah.
I will be doing this.
I like the idea of quarters because we're going to sleep in the flat anyway.
Yeah.
And then we are legitimized to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
Right, take that
What
one
is
off
it?
then.
For now.
Someone?
Okay, cool. Done.
We're very suboptimal, but if it's what we
It's all
want,
good.
yes.
You can't
Yeah.
be suboptimal in Blades. I mean, you literally can't die without giving your consent. That's how strong you are in it. And
Nice.
the whole thing's about making a good story. So if it makes more sense for you to all sleep in your cramped flats full of boxes, then
Yeah.
go for it. It'll all be useful, trust me. Right, so one faction helped you get an upgrade, and one faction was harmed when you got an upgrade. So one faction helped you get your 3-wheeled goat mobile, and one faction was screwed out of it because they wanted it.
No,
Which
we
means I
stole
got
those
pick,
goats.
pick 2 more
Another one.
factions.
Mm.
So,
Do we have to make those up? No, we can just.
I'm supposed to pick them out of the book, but
Okay. I thought we were.
I mean, I don't mind if you got some on that list that shout out to you. I'm happy to go that way because I'd rather have ones that you're interested in.
Could be the cabbies.
As
Or our mates.
It's
the ones that helped you, or the ones that got screwed over?
the ones that got screwed over because it's one of their
Supposed
stolen
to be like-
vehicles. Yeah. Repainted.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So, Cabbies. They're on here. Cabbies are interesting. So like a gossip network. So
Right.
token. Has that appeared somewhere? Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Oh, you're not a war of them. Not yet.
Good. Oh yes, cabbies.
Choose side.
Oh.
I'll get one that's not got a weird aspect ratio later. There we
Cool.
are.
Nice.
And then someone who helps you get it. Are you planning on being like a fence, sort of like selling stolen goods?
Well, maybe. I mean, not knowingly.
Mm.
You know,
Because
Yeah.
there is a crew of thieves that could have possibly helped you
I've nicked them.
get one of the cabbies things, and could be a helpful ally.
That's a good
Or
one,
I could,
yeah.
if you'd rather go down a more spooky route, I could get one of them.
No, I think the tea
Awesome.
leaves. Let's have the tea leaves.
Makes sense, yeah.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, wonderful. They're called the Wraiths.
Ooh. Okay.
And you're not at war with them either. They're your friends at the moment.
Nice. Good idea.
Yay.
Ow. Helpful Wraiths. Oh, and they hang around in Silkshore and Nightmarket as well, so you're practically neighbours.
Nice.
Well, that is good to to have those allies close by.
Right, now let me open up the sheet. I've closed down again, but I think, off the top of my head, you get the option to give the Wraiths a coin the cabbies a coin to stop them hating on you if you want to become neutral with them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe we want to do that. Well, do you say we have 2 coin at the beginning, didn't we?
You got 2 coins, so actually there's 2
For the
options
crew.
here. 3 options, I suppose. You can give a coin to the cabbies to make them a 0 in like, what is the word I keep thinking? Status, that's it. So there'd be a 0 status then. You could give the Wraiths a coin for helping you and there'd be a +2. Or you could not give either of them anything. Or you could go for both if you just want to be friends with everyone.
Mm. I feel like we do probably like being friends, unless we have a personal vendetta.
Mm.
Yeah.
But-
No. Yeah. I think we try and keep everything on the up and up where we can.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because we want to trade.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, so we could give a coin to the, what's the bad ones, the cabbies.
Mm.
Because we're already friendly with the Wraith, so we could leave them and then give 1 coin to the cabbies, is it, to make them neutral?
Sure.
Yeah, should we do that?
Mm.
Okay, I'll put the cabbies on neutral for now.
Brilliant. And I'll put the crew down a coin. There we go.
What do we need coin for? Like, I mean, obviously buying stuff, but
This time next year we're going to be millionaires.
Millionaires.
Yeah, so what you'll mainly be using it for is after a score you do like downtime, and the thing most people use coin for is buying more downtime activities. For example, if you need healing up, that can cost a couple of coin,
mm.
or lots of coin depending how hurt you are and how lucky you are. And you will need an amount to level up. When you get going up a tier, that will cost you a big chunk of change.
Okay.
Right.
But coin will come.
I mean, then we can just spend everything at the beginning and be friends with everyone.
Yeah, you could do. It depends if you like being antagonistic or not.
Hmm.
And is there going to be something else further along the crew creation that we need coin for?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Okay.
maybe.
we don't spend that on just
actually.
yet.
Maybe not actually.
Let's see. If we've got one over at the end, we could give it to
Oh no, the next
cabbies.
one's free, so there isn't
Alright.
another one.
Okay.
I know the rules. Sure.
All right. So, do you want to give the last one to the cabbies to put them at a +1?
Is that enough? I
Oops.
think we can.
It doesn't say you can give 2 to one faction, but
Oh, okay.
Well, you could if you really want. I could see it working.
Well, maybe we've like paid them off to, you know,
Yeah.
get out of trouble with them.
Stop all the bleeding moaning.
Mm.
Well,
All right.
I'd vote for that if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that then. I've knocked the coin off.
Alrighty.
Cabby's up to 1.
It's only bending the
Nice.
rules a little bit. It'll be fine. I'm sure no one
Yeah.
will, no
We'll
one will tell
upset
me
him
off
sooner or
in the
later.
comments.
Right, we'll burn those bridges sooner or later. Give us a chance.
Right, and the last one is choose a favourite contact.
Oh, yeah.
Is that just a person specifically?
They're on the sheet. There's a list of contacts on the right-hand side. You will have all these contacts. So these are all NPCs that can help you out.
We know.
But you can pick one to be your favourite one, and they'll like really have your back.
Mm.
I'm slowly sinking lower in my chair.
Yeah.
No, I think the
It's not
camera's
even that
slowly
late.
raising for some reason or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Floating up. I feel it might make sense to be on good terms with the magistrate, but
Yeah. Or a blue coat.
But I guess a smuggler could provide us with some juicy stuff sometimes.
all could, couldn't they? That's why don't we?
Well, we get one that's our friend, don't we? And one that don't really like us very much. Is that right?
Not in the crew ones. In the crew ones, you just get a favourite, and all the rest are like just there as well.
Yeah. All right. So maybe I think either a magistrate or a blue coat.
Okay.
Oh, hard. Should we just flip a coin?
Who's not
Yeah,
picked something yet,
Yeah.
or for a while? I've not been keeping my list of people to pick on like I normally do.
I mean, we do.
I don't know where you're pointing to, Steve. That's your wall.
That's pointing
That's
at me.
That's me here. That's Eve. Eve's down there.
But I
You
think
pointed at Eve.
we
Pointing at
have
everyone
agreed
else.
to a lot of things. It's not. There were very few things that were specifically picked by only one person.
Yeah, I know.
So there were some.
All right. Eve, you pick.
Okay.
This will be the decision that breaks the entire game.
The entire game. It's all on you
Because we
now.
didn't pick the magistrate, we got into shit with the lawyers. No, go on.
You know what? Then I pick the magistrate.
Oh
There you have
no, I've influenced you now.
Oh, not the magistrate.
Not the
Oh, yeah,
magistrate.
it's totally wrong.
Pick that.
Totally wrong.
Not Roland.
Roland. Yeah.
Roland what? The magistrate.
Magistrate, isn't he? I mean, he's basically Rodder's father, nearly.
And now I've got to pick another two factions. One of these factions hates your contact and therefore hates you, and the other one likes your contact and therefore likes you.
Ooh, I see.
All right, nice.
It's all very...
This is so much easier if I just do the normal starting situation. I never do it, so I make life hard for myself. But there is... Yeah, so I think the one that hates him is going to have to be the bill hooks, because they don't like magistrates.
Fair dues, that makes sense, I suppose.
That's as deep as my thinking's going.
What are big hopes?
They're a scary, nasty butcher-themed gang,
Ooh.
all violence and nasty. So that's going to be fun for you.
Terribly expensive sausages.
Yeah.
Yes. And I need one that likes them.
One that likes the magistrates.
Yeah.
Maybe a posh bunch.
Red sashes are the posh one, so I could have them again. You've done a bit with them before, though, right? So
Yeah.
let me just see if there's another. I mean, it doesn't have to be someone who's posh, I guess, because anyone could have a magistrate in their pocket. Like you guys who aren't posh.
Yeah. What do you
But we
mean?
try to be.
Yeah, we're posh.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
Who's another gang that has a bit of money behind them?
Well, they all have.
That's
All the criminal ones are about the same sort of
Right.
thing, which makes it difficult. Tell you what, pick between like a spooky one or a more traditional criminal one.
Spooky one.
Spooky.
I was going to
Let's
say
do the Dimmer
spooky.
Sisters. They're always fun. We don't Scarelock again, so let's go with the Dimmer Sisters. They're spooky,
Nice.
Okay.
and they. I don't know. They. Why is this list not alphabetical?
Oh no.
Why
why
roll
did you say
20?
that?
Why?
Now I hate it.
Right, the Dimmer Sisters are. It says in the book they're housebound recluses that like deal with spooky things, but that doesn't mean they never leave the house. Might have to work that out together. So there's a couple of different ways you can go with that. That's interesting. They're certainly interested in arcane doodads that you might come across, or they might need offloading. So that's could be quite good.
Yeah.
So the decision you get now is how intense is the faction's feelings about this contact. So by default it's +1, -1, but you could choose to up the intensity and then it goes to -2, but also +2. So you got a choice whether to make it a bit more extreme.
Do we want crazy butchers to hate us a lot? I mean, no, we don't. But like, would that be funny?
Yeah, it'd be funny.
I mean, I'm going to be focusing on these gangs anyway because they're the only ones we've met. So you're bound to piss off the bill hooks because they're the only ones that don't like you at the moment.
Nice. Yeah,
fair
let's.
enough.
I'm down to go for -2. You know.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel an early war coming.
Yeah.
Alright, we've created a crew. It's done.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have got a name though.
It wasn't there something that we skipped at the beginning that we wanted to postpone until we had a better idea?
Yeah, there was. Well remembered.
Remember what it was?
There was a couple of questions that they ask you to think about, but you don't have to answer them. It's just like if you got it in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just find the page again. So we worked out what the product was. It says like, who's your usual supplier?
I mean, I don't know, people's garages. No, we don't steal, but
I mean, some possible options. You could have stuff smuggled in. It could be stuff that the Wraiths are palming off on you, or even the Dimmer Sisters, if it's like arcane doodads.
Might it be, fell off the back of a lorry smuggling?
Yeah, is that the same as normal smuggling, or?
Well, that's what you say. Where did you get it from? Fell off the back of
It fell off the back of a lorry.
Fell on the back of a a goat wagon, but basically smuggling. Kind of makes sense to me.
So what you're kind of saying is you'll sell any shit people will give you. Or
Yeah,
offer to
basically,
you,
if we
more
can
or
see a
less.
profit in it, yeah. We're not proud
yeah,
at the moment.
we just.
Slightly desperate.
So
Yeah. I
So
also
what
think
you're
we
saying
justified
is-
in selling everything.
you don't have a regular supplier. You're just like man in a van. You pick up whatever you can find
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
sell it on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, that
We
is
go dumpster diving.
Yeah, well, nearly. Yeah.
Yeah, not quite.
Always.
Because you got
wheeler
options
dealing.
here.
Yeah. Always wheeler dealing. Not really got a regular supply chain. We just have to keep our wits about us.
There's plenty of places to get stuff. Coleridge is Coleridge is full of factories. They'll have like stuff going missing and stuff. There's a big mud pit mine in Dunslow where they try and find shiny rocks. They literally mine mud there. There's all sorts of weird contraband in the night market, docks where things are coming in. You're friends with the cabbies who might have leads and stuff because they're a gossip network. The wraiths steal things, so they'll want to fend stuff off. The Dimmer Sisters are full of weird artifacts they might want getting rid of, so you got lots of
fingers
could just be
and lots of pies.
a bit of column A, a bit of column B. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the next one was where and how do you sell it? Which I think we've more or less answered.
In Nightmarket, out of a suitcase, ready to leg it if someone takes exception.
Yeah.
With
Well, I suppose everywhere else, like everywhere we can. We sell it to anyone who might be interested.
anywhere they don't move you on fast enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I see we've got a name. So you're Trotters Independent Traders. You're known throughout the city as a crew of ambitious hawkers who have their lair in the Peckham area of Charhollow in a high-rise council flat that's a mishmash of boxes and bunks and with 2 projectors on the wall playing 2 different films over each other simultaneously. The entire flat's a death trap because if anyone goes in, all the boxes fall on them and crush them if they're not careful. You'll sleep there. You've got a garage down below with a cart with 3 wheels, bright yellow, with Trotters Independent Trading written on the side, pulled by a couple of goats. You're all silver-tongued, can talk your way out of anything. You're friends with a magistrate who helps you out of trouble or get into trouble. You're also friends with the cabbies after some escapades where you stole one of their carts and then went back grovelling to them and managed to talk your way out of it with the help of a couple of coin. You're also friends with a gang of thieves and a gang of spooky ladies who live in a house. You're enemies with a terrifying gang of butchers who really hate your magistrate friend, and the Jaffers whose territory you took. Sound good?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I like to think that the way we got both the cabbies and the thief dudes on our side was that we used the thieves to, I don't know, just do insurance fraud, like for the cabbies. we steal this from you, we take this from you, and then you can get an even better vehicle, and something.
That's
why everyone
yeah.
likes this now. Yeah. But we had to pay some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. The money from that particular heist has already dried up, and you had to give them their cut. That's pretty cool. Great. So we're gonna have to make some characters next. You want a quick break before we get into that?
Yeah, let's have
That's a lot of thinking.
Let me go and get a Pernod and blackcurrant, and I'll be ready.
What? No, I can't even think of Pernod without feeling ill.
Nice one.
Alright, let's take 5.
Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Starter, come on.